Hello everyone, it's DollCure and today is DollCure Vlogs episode 20. Hard to believe it's 20 episodes already, but I love my vlog series, so I'm definitely going to keep on doing them. Today we're going to show some stuff that I bought, a haul if you will, over the past couple of weeks. Like, this wasn't all at once, it was over the course of a couple of weeks, and some things my mom bought me and some things I found on eBay. Actually, most of the things I found on eBay, everything I found on eBay or Poshmark. Anyways, so let's start off with Webkinz. I've been really into Webkinz lately. My mom's known that too. That's why she has found some Webkinz at the thrift store and she thought of me, which was so sweet of her. So first off, this is a Googles that I bought on eBay. He has a Littlekins Googles, and I love the Littlekins so much because I like their fur is more thickly rooted. I don't really know how to, it's a very unique material, so I don't really know how to say it, but it's like little threads. But the bigger Webkinz are more sparsely apart, the ones that have this kind of design for their little fur. So I really like the Littlekins because it's usually closer, so it's more thick and it makes them softer and fuzzier, and I love it, and I love how small they are. So this is Giggles the Googles. I named him Giggles. He did have his little tag, his code with him. So I did add him to my Webkinz family on the game. So here's his little W. I love the platypuses that Gans comes out with. Their heritage ones, I think, that they came out with before Webkinz are really cute. They're fluffy and they have fur and they're just so cute. But this is Giggles the Googles. Usually the Googles are bigger, but this is a Littlekins Googles. So that's him. I've already shown Milk. He's my Build-A-Bear. But I got this cow on Poshmark. Look, he's so cute. Oh, look at that little tail and his ears. Oh, I love him so much. Okay, but the thing is, I was looking for a cow for a while, okay? I haven't seen them in the thrift store, and I'm also looking for a Littlekins pig. I really want a Littlekins pig, but I was also looking for a cow, and I was looking on Poshmark, and there was a variety of prices, and I'm like, okay, and I'm looking around, and then I saw this one listing, which was pretty pricey, honestly, compared to the other listings I saw, and I was like, well, that's kind of expensive, but I looked closer at the pictures, and if this wasn't calling out to me, I don't know what is. This is Jenna, and I posted TikTok and some people were saying that it says Tenna. Just so you know, some people write their J's kind of weird. I do it. I've done it when I was a kid. We don't go as loopy with our J. Maybe it is Tenna, maybe it is, but it's more than likely Jenna. It's a more common name. It could be Tenna, but it looks like a Jenna. I used to write, this actually looks like my writing from when I was a kid too. My mom was like, is that your Littlekins cow that you found? But no, I don't think it is. But yeah, my J's, they tend to not be as loopy at the end. At least back then. They're better now, but when I'm writing quick, especially I think it kind of trailed off when they were writing. You know what I mean? You underestimate the amount of room you have. I think that's what happened. Either way, I'm saying that it says Jenna. That's what I'm claiming, and I'm sticking to it. And I just thought this cow was calling out to me because of the rear tag saying Jenna, and I was like, okay, I have to get this one. I have to. So I made an offer and they accepted right away, which I almost wish I would have made a lower offer, but still. The price they had it at was pretty pricey, so I was like, okay, I'm not paying that for it. I'll pay a little less. Okay, so here is the next one. This is a cute little koala bear. So this is the Littlekins koala. He's got his rear tags. My mom found him at the thrift store. How cute is he? Oh, so sweet. He's so soft too. Oh, adorable. Next we got the Littlekins elephant. And we decided to name him Ellie. My mom named him Ellie. Or her, I should say. And she's so cute. Did have a stain, which we thought it was a burn stain, but it got out after I washed it. So I don't think it was a burn stain, but either way, she's looking great now. Her ear is a little floppy, but oh, we kind of match. This isn't a gray sweater, but it kind of looks like similar. Anyways, super cute. Got the little W. So we've got Ellie, the koala I didn't name yet. Who else do we have here? We've got this golden retriever. What does the rear tag say? It's just a Webkinz golden retriever. I haven't named him yet either. Maybe he'll be Goldie. I mean, we're gonna be super simple with our names, or just silly. I really don't care. I like silly names. So anyways, we got one floppy ear here. There's a thread that holds it down, but this one must have been cut or something. So we got a little floppy ear here, but he's still cute. Very adorable. And then next, which has to be my favorite, we've got Cheese. This is a Webkinz mouse, and my mom named him Cheese, or I'll say it's her. My mom named her Cheese, and I really like that name for a mouse because it's silly and it's cute. And this is Cheese. So cute. Look at the long tail. I love this Webkinz so much. So cute. And perfect for a mouse. I've also seen squirrels on Poshmark and eBay, and I think someday I might get a squirrel because it's just calling out to me. It's so cute. Anyways, that's my little plushie basket. Some of them are new, some of them are older. They're getting pretty full. It's getting pretty full. It's getting pretty tight in there. Anyways, let's move on. I bought these actually several weeks ago. I think like at least 2 months ago. This is a Charizard and a Charmander figure. I have Pokemon videos on my channel already. I think just one, maybe. No, maybe a few other. I have one that's oriented towards the vintage merch, and I really, really like this era of figures. The Tomy figures from like the 90s and early 2000s. I love them so much. So I saw this on eBay and I really wanted to get them. And I'm pretty sure my brother had this trio as well. There's Charmeleon, but I didn't. He wasn't a part of the listing, so. But yeah, so cute. They're in great condition for their age, because these figures could get really beat up, especially depending on the figure type. Like, a lot of people lost their flame off of Charmander because it's just like a fragile area. There's a lot of figures like that that's like I've seen a lot of Pikachus without their tail. This is so cute. This has to be one of my favorite Pikachu figures. That and the peace sign. I really want to find the peace sign one. I actually found these at Spin It, which is a local store near me, and they sell a lot of vintage stuff. They sell a lot of games, figures. They have pinball machines. Super cool store. I love going to that store. It's like one of my happy places. But yeah, we have this, my brother and I were talking and we're like, what is, he's sitting down. That's what my brother said. I said, no, I think he's doing a thunderbolt. Anyways, that's what I'm thinking. And then we have this seal. Very cute. Great condition these figures are for their age. And I should have gotten a few more. I want to go back maybe sometime this week, so I might, if they still have some. They had a little bit, but I got the ones I mainly liked. But it was behind a glass door and I didn't want to bug the worker to stay too long because he was just kind of standing there watching me, and well, it's his job, but I'm just saying, like, it made me a little nervous and I wanted to hurry quick. Anyways, the next thing I want to show is something really cool. I was going to do its own video, but I don't feel like I have enough of them. And it'll probably take a while to accumulate them, if I even do, because these are kind of rare. But these are Snubby figures. The first one is a Shih Tzu. Now, these were prominent in the early 2000s, and they had normal dogs, they had families, which were dog families, and then they had puppies, and then they had kitties, the Snubbies kitties, and they had the Snubbies horses. I had a Snubby horse and a stable, and I had a certain pack of Snubbies dogs. None of these ones, but yeah. I really like the Shih Tzu one. It reminds me of a dog I had. Her name was Tansy. She was so sweet. She was a great family dog, and yeah, the Shih Tzu really reminds me of her. And my dad has a new Shih Tzu as well. Although he's kind of like a Shih Tzu Terrier mix. Had to get this little Shih Tzu. She's so cute, and she reminds me of those dogs. So the next up, these are actually super cool finds to me. So when I was younger, I always wanted the Snubbies families. And I probably begged for it a million times, but I never got it, which I had all kinds of toys. This isn't a sob story. I had all kinds of toys. I had enough toys. But anyways, I always wanted them when I was a kid. And I think maybe the reason why my mom didn't want me to get them is because they are so small, and I don't blame her if that's the reason. But because they're so small, they're really hard to find. So here are the parents. Now these are two different sets, obviously. Usually it was like same breed sets, like a pug family. There was a pug family. Here's, I think, the dad. This is a little pug. I think this is the dad or the mom, I can't tell. And then here is the, I believe this is the Beagle family. Here is either the Beagle mom or the dad. One of the parents anyways. Very small already, right? You ready to see how small the puppies are? This is a puppy. This is the size of the puppy. It's having trouble focusing. That's how small it is. They are so small. It's about the size of my fingernail, probably smaller than my fingernail. So here is the size comparison. Oh my goodness. They are so small. So I'm sure many have become victim to the vacuum cleaner. Some of my friends had the puppies, just one that I can remember, but I know a lot of us talked about them, and I so envied her for them. Now here is one of the puppies laying down. Very cute. It's very hard to focus. They're very tiny. I'm trying, but they're very, very small. This one's kind of standing up. Very hard to see. This one's laying down sleeping. His eyes are closed, though he has a factory defect where one of his eyelids is a little off. It's hard to tell on camera, but you can see it pretty well in person. So that one's sleeping. And then here I also got a food dish that the seller was so kind to give to me. Now, I've always looked for these listings of these Snubbies families, the Snubbies puppies, and they're so hard to find, probably because they're so small, they're rare, they're easy to lose. It's hard to come across them on eBay, and there's like barely any sold listings, really. They're very hard to find. I remember seeing a listing once of a whole entire family, so I think there was 5 puppies and 2 parents, I believe. And it was, I want to say a Yorkshire family? A Yorkie? I think it was a Yorkie family. I'm not 100% sure. But anyways, I really wanted them, but then I looked at the price tag and it was $100. $100. Now for these 4 figures, the pug family, I paid, oh my goodness, I don't remember, but it was definitely less than $100. I think it was like $20. I think it was $18 actually. I believe it was $18, which seems like a lot for those little figures, but they're so rare. You do not come across them often, so $18 for that is a great price. Like, you can't even really pinpoint the price because they're so rare. It's basically whatever the seller's asking for. This is the little Beagle puppy. I'll show them next to their parent. This one's very cute. So these ones came together, and yeah, the parent only came with 1 puppy. And I think that was like around $18 too. So when I saw this trio, because I actually bought these after, crazy that I found these within like weeks of each other, which is crazy because I've been looking for listings of these for years now. So I find it pretty crazy that I finally found, like I check every day I finally found listings within weeks of each other, which is crazy, and they were cheap. The only other one I found before was the $100 listing, and I'm sorry, I don't care how much I want it. I ain't paying $100. I'm not. I'm not. I don't have that kind of money. Nope. Anyways, that's it for this video. Let's choose cheese for a send-off, and giggles. Cheese and giggles. That sounds like a slogan. Anyways, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy my content, please consider leaving a like, a comment, and subscribing if you haven't already. Thank you again so much for watching, and I'll catch you again next time. Bye!